Okay, so we are at the fiery furnace here. I just hope this video is doing it justice. This is absolutely incredible. So we're out here at Arches National Monument and Park. And wow, it's just incredible. We just hiked up into this big arch. Really, really cool. Arches behind us. And then this view from under the arch.
Hey, look at the wall.
So this is our first time at Arches, and man, am I impressed. Just the scale is massive. It's pretty incredible. If you've never been here, you really should pay a trip to this place, because I mean, it's just, the scale alone is something that you just don't, you know, people think that there's overcrowding. Have never been out here. Where are you at?
I'm just trying to photobomb you.
Because you think about all this behind me used to be ocean. And we're looking at the lines in the rock. So this is the elephant. And this is Double Arch Trail. Okay, and this is Delicate Arch. And we didn't hike out there, obviously.
It's 100 degrees.
So somewhere way, I think it's right there, that is the Delicate Arch. And we are at the lower viewpoint. Because it's 100 degrees out, we opted not to hike up there since we've already hiked at the Windows Arch. But I'll give you a close-up of the Delicate Arch. There we go. And now I'll show you the real one. And that's it.
You gotta wonder if
child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt.
Okay, this is Wolf Ranch. Down here on the trailhead to Delicate Arch. Delicate Arch is back that way. A couple little buildings here. Pretty cool. If you were looking for ways not to have neighbors, They're definitely for you.
life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good.
Okay, so we are at the fiery furnace here.
I know you've tried so hard.
I just hope this video is doing it justice.
I know you've done
This is absolutely incredible.
that.
And right
Your time
behind the camera is a huge thunderstorm coming. I'll show you.
suffering this life.
You hear the rumbling.
Don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
This is Skyline Arch.
I know you tried so hard.
Pretty deep into the park here. We got an incredible thunderstorm right over us.
It's not fair. You did your time.
Wow.
How much longer will you suffer?
Beautiful.
Don't give up. Just hold on tight.
We had such a great trip through the arches.
Yep, it definitely was a bucket list item for us that we have checked off. And I don't say that to be trivial about Arches. Arches was a fantastic trip. If you are in the Moab area or that corner of Utah, you absolutely have to do Arches. One of the really great parts of Arches is you can be as physical as you want so far as your activity level. It's a drive-through park, and they really have managed it well with the turnouts and the viewpoints. So you get to see all of the major arches, rock formations. So there are a couple that you got to hike to if you choose to.
And I would, if you're going to choose those, I would choose to do those in the morning early. There's a couple of them that are half a mile, maybe a mile.
Yeah, but like
Well, but there are some other ones that we didn't see that are like hikes.
yeah, the big arch, the name escapes me. It was a hike, and you hiked up to it, and so it was definitely a hike that we took pretty much right in the heat of the day. It was about 4 o'clock when we got up
we
there.
chose to go after we got done four-wheeling, just because we thought we would drive around, not realizing that there were hikes to some of them. So
Right. But you don't have to be a professional hiker either.
No.
I mean, I was just wearing regular shoes. As long as you got a water bottle, you're going to be fine. Speaking of water, at the visitor center, they've got spigots that you can fill up jugs of water. They definitely want you to be hydrated
there are signs that say
everywhere.
because, I mean, just to walk the half mile to one of them, it took a lot out of us, and we were drinking water the whole time.
Yeah, it was about 102 degrees, 102, 103 degrees while we were in the park. But again, you're in the car and out of the car, so you're not spending prolonged periods of time outside as long as your AC is working. If you're planning on bringing your RV into the park, you can do it. The roads are plenty clear. In fact, there are campgrounds within the park. You're not going to get any hookups, but you can bring your RV in, and you can overnight in the park.
There are bathrooms at all the stops, all the major stops.
Right.
And I'm assuming that they're at the campground.
And we didn't go into the campground. We were just in the truck. So but we did see a lot of RVs going through the park. So that was really cool. The biggest hike, I think, is at the Delicate Arch.
Yeah, the one that you got to go. Yes,
And that is a big hike, and it's the last arch that we came to, and we didn't hike it. It was just getting
Way
a bit too much.
Yeah, it was too
but you
hot.
can see it, and
We got
they've
pictures of it. We'll put a picture in here.
yeah, and so but just for me, so my impression of the park, it was overwhelming. The scope of the park, the size was it's massive.
It's what 159 acre or square miles.
Yeah, something like
It was-
that.
I don't have the pamphlet, so but it's big.
But it's just huge, and the rock formations really make you feel really small. And you go up into the arches and all the other things. The rangers were great. They given us the map, and it really takes you step by step through the park. Gives you all the details that you need to know. The elephants and the double arches. It was definitely worth the trip. The nice part also is you don't have to dedicate an entire day to go through arches. We saw pretty much the entire thing, staying on the roads. We saw the entire thing in an afternoon.
Yeah, 3.5 hours.
Right, so if you don't want to get out there and in the heat and whatnot for too long, you can see everything that you really need to see in an afternoon, and it worked out. It worked out really great for us because we did some things around Moab. Like Teresa said, we did the little 4-wheel drive mountain rock climbing and stuff in the morning, and you definitely want to do that in the morning. There'll be a video coming out on that because it gets really hot. Especially, I mean, we were there in July. I hear that a good time to go is early May.
Or September, October.
Yeah, so pick your deal. The nice thing is because of COVID, there wasn't big crowds. The parks were open. Everything was open except for
The museums.
yeah the displays in the museum. Not museum, but the visitor center.
Visitor center, yes.
The gift shop was open. The rangers were working. The greeters were all there. They asked that you wear a mask.
Stay
but-
6 feet away.
But only when you were in the visitor center.
Yeah, you didn't have to wear it
Yeah,
outside.
everywhere else it was fine, and so it was really great. So I would highly encourage. So what was your favorite part before we wrap things up?
Oh, at Arches?
Yeah,
Oh. Just seeing the rock formations, how they've evolved over the years and what's gone and what's not, and the colors.
yeah. The
What was
colors, the colors, and seeing how the formations formed, because you could see the layers of rock, and you could stand in the arches and just imagine what force of nature had created that. What made that hole in this massive rock, and then over time seeing how the rock smoothed with sand and wind and the elements. It just. But the thing that really stuck out to me was just how enormous everything is. Standing at these rocks and going, oh my goodness, this is so big. So anyway, bucket list item, check. There's, again, that little area is great because you got Arches, Canyonlands, lots to do around Moab. You got the Colorado River. You got lots of really cool stuff. But definitely, if you're in that area, you have to check out Arches.
Check it out.
And yeah, so got a couple more pictures, but we want to say thank you to everybody for coming along our journey with us. And seeing this trip at Arches with us. And we appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell, because it's going to let you know when we put new videos out.
And share it with a friend.
Share it with a friend. That is the most important and most helpful thing that you can do to help our channel stay relevant.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Enjoy the next couple pictures, and we will see you in the next video.